So, this is a tinfoil hat moment. So, I want you to go ahead and take that with a grain of salt, what I'm about to say. But I just thought about this yesterday, and it's been going through my brain all day because it makes too much sense for it not to happen, even if it doesn't happen, okay? So, I'm talking about the next Bengals head coach and GM, okay? Now, the GM is very much a stretch here. This is just me throwing, a dart at the wall at this point because I don't think the GM part is going to actually happen or could ever happen, but you never know. So here's what I think. The Bengals this offseason are going to fire Zach Taylor. Get rid of him, right? Who are they going to replace him with? Are they going to get John Gruden? Are they going to get Bill Belichick? Are they going to get, a coach with a backbone and, a GM with a backbone and they're going to get some? No. Kinda. Not really, but yes, really. They're going to do the typical Bengals front office move. They're going to hire Lou Anarumo as head coach. Yes. That's what if this happens, I called it. They're going to hire Lou Anarumo as head coach because the Colts are going to be a playoff team, right? They're going to be a playoff team. They're potentially a Super Bowl team. And because of that, Lou is going to be one of the most hottest commodities on the market. What better way to get back at a team that pretty much scapegoated you and made you the scapegoat for all the problems when reality-wise it wasn't you, right? Fired you for it, got rid of you, and now you have a chance to not only take over and take Zach Taylor's job, who was part of the process of getting rid of you, also you get to watch Duke Tobin get fired as well. That's would be my concept. Now, honestly, the only way this would even ever go through, I feel like on Lou's end, would be if Katie Blackburn no longer in charge. And obviously, if Mike Brown sold the team, maybe, then they would do this. But again, like I said, this is a far, far, far concept. But I just thought about this the other day, and I'm like, would that not be funny if they just went Lou Anarumo? Because he's going to become a head coach next year. He definitely will. After this season, with how good that Colts defense is, he's going to get a head coaching job. So also, before we get into the GM part, let's think about who needs a head coach. Titans. Do you think Lou Anarumo wants to go to the Titans, be their head coach? No. Now, in mind, he did try to become the head coach of the Cardinals when they were a dumpster fire. So it's not like Lou has shown that he only wants to go coach a really good team. He has shown he'll coach a crap team if he needs to. But again, like I said, the Saints are the second team. Do you think he wants to go ahead and coach the Saints? Probably not. Do you think he wants to go ahead and coach the Jets? I wouldn't think so in that one. And you go down the list. And I know it's not sexy, right? And obviously, again, I already just list off all the things here. But we are technically the best location. It's not that we're a good location, because we're not. You have to deal with Katie Blackburn and freaking the front office from all bloody heck. But it does actually end up as the best location for teams that need a new head coach. Now my GM. If you've been following with the whole Lou Anarumo as the new head coach card, you're probably going to guess this one pretty quickly. Marvin Lewis. Marvin Lewis as the Bengals' new GM. Again, the GM one, that might be a Hail Mary on 4th and 1 with 1 second to go and you're at your own 1 yard line, okay? That one is a little crazy. That one's a little delusional. Probably both of them are. But that one, that's never going to happen. But I was thinking about what other GMs we could go for, right? And, keep it in the Bengals way here. I don't really know any other GMs that we would get. Like, I mean, we could go get Jason Garrett, okay? Like, we could go get, like, another yes man so that Katie Blackburn and the Brown family could get their yesies up, right? Like, we could do that. I don't think we would do that per se, but I'm just saying, like, we could get a Zach Taylor's clone, or that ends up being our GM, and go with, like, Jason Garrett or something. I don't think we'd do that. But we know one thing, right? Whatever GM we get is not going to have a backbone. They're not going to have a backbone. They're not going to say no to the Brown family. They're not going to say no to Katie Blackburn. They're going to sit there like a good little boy, sit in their chair, and eat their vegetables. That's exactly what we're going to get, whatever GM we get. And the sad part is, that's probably going to be the same for coach. It's going to be coach and GM is going to be exactly like that. They're literally going to be like Duke Tobin and Zach Taylor right now. So that's why I thought, you know what? Let's just have fun. And Lou Anarumo would be such a funny concept. Because here's the thing, right? They would sell it so hard as the Bengals front office. We finally listened to the fans. We got rid of Zach Taylor. And we got Lou. Like, bro, we should have already done that. Like, that should have been a thing we did last year. Or a couple years ago. Like, we should have gotten rid of Zach and just replaced him with Lou at this point. Which, again, Lou does have a great defensive mind. We have clearly can see it's not his fault. He's not the problem. So, you get rid of him, you get rid of Zach, you get Lou, that could work out. Now, my next pitch, this is going to work here. You get rid of Dan Pitcher. yeah, Dan Pitcher. You get rid of him. You make Zach Taylor the offensive play caller. Listen, Zach sucks at time management, when to challenge and when not to challenge. He gave a touchdown to the Bears last week challenging it, right? And he sucks at just altogether being a head coach. But the guy, if you give him the right pieces, right, he can somewhat be sufferable as an OC. And yes, he's had some very bad situations, very bad calls, whatever. But I think that's more because he has so much control. We have to, what's that word? It starts with a Q. We have to neuter Zach and just make him an OC. Either that, or we just pick up Mike McDaniels and make Mike McDaniels our OC, and we tell Zach to kick rocks. Because Mike McDaniels, he's a great offensive mind. Can't be a head coach. Mike McDaniels cannot lead a flock of seagulls to a piece of bread on the ground. He is not a leader, and he's not a head coach. Zach is not either. And honestly, Zach and Mike McDaniels are pretty much the same guy. They're both awful head coaches. They're both awful leaders, but they are good at offensive mind things. So that's my whole jerry-rig perspective on things. Listen, it's Sunday. Thought, you know what? A lot of the videos recently have been sad and upsetting because of, recent events. So I thought today we could have fun, and just kind of shoot the crap here. At the end of the day, will any of this happen? No, probably not. But it is something to think about. And when Lou Anarumo does get announced, like, out of all the things I said today, I think Lou Anarumo actually being announced as head coach makes so much sense. And I could definitely see the Bengals doing that. That is, like, the most logical take I've had in probably, 7 years. Anyway, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.